had said that one of our outcomes was that we wanted to have colleagues come in and present to Learning Council the new and innovative pedagogical or andragogical strategies and such, and because that's part of our purview is make sure we're staying on top of current interventions and so on, but also that we're supporting you and the interventions. So please help to us to know how to continue to support you.
Wonderful.
And also I really want to highlight that Liz Faulkner, with next to no prompting, when we were talking about distance education, we were talking about ways to really support the operational plan at our college that says that we wanted to expand in online delivery, hybrid and online delivery, that Liz created this terrific course. And so these are two of the completing students, if you will, of the New Directions course. So that's it.
Thank you. And thank you, Liz, for that wonderful course. So hybrid learning. So as I said, I teach English 101 both online and in a face-to-face format. And one of the things that got me interested in hybrid was questions I was getting from my students who were asking me, my face-to-face students, for instance, would say, you know, I understand this assignment, can I complete the rest at home so that I can go pick up my daughter at daycare, or I can get to work on time? And conversely, I was getting questions from my online students saying, is there a way that I can come in and meet with you occasionally throughout the quarter just to help me stay on track? So hybrid learning, I think, really fits that middle ground. And it offers a nice balance of both flexibility and guidance. And so that's why I wanted to try out English 101 as a hybrid class. And because it's a writing intensive class, and because we're all getting better and better at using Canvas for writing and discussion and group projects, I think it's a really good type of course to try as a hybrid. So one of the things that Liz's course helped me to understand was that I was thinking about hybrid wrong. I was thinking about the 2 cups analogy that Jesse Stommel has, where the classroom learning takes place in this cup and the hybrid online learning takes place in that cup, and the two don't meet. And what I learned from the course was that I need to find ways to mix and blend so that an activity that we start in the classroom can continue and be built upon in the self-directed online learning environment. And in the same way, an online activity can set us up for something we're going to do in the classroom. So that was one of my big takeaways. 3 other really important things I learned about hybrid and that I'm keeping in mind as I start to develop this course. One is that I need to make it abundantly clear at the beginning that students are signing up to do 2 things. They are making a promise to be present in the classroom, and they are making a promise to be self-directed and present in the online learning environment. And that if they cannot do both of those things, then they should consider either an all online or an all face-to-face class. So that really needs to be spelled out, and one way I'm doing that is to place that in my syllabus. And I would place it in an announcement, and I would emphasize it at the beginning of the quarter. Because they need to know that this isn't just a class that meets less often and maybe has more homework. That's not what a hybrid is. So that's one thing that's really important. Another thing that I think I need to make very clear is when assignments are due, because there will be due dates both in the classroom and in the online environment. And so I'll show you in a minute how I'm spelling that out. The third thing that I think is very important is to optimize the navigation for mobile technology. So if we are making a promise to students that hybrid learning takes place everywhere and anywhere, then I think we need to make good on that promise by creating architecture and navigation that really does allow them to read assignments or watch videos when they're on the bus, when they're in the waiting room at the dentist's office, and that sort of thing. So one way that I've done that in this course is that on my, this is my home page for the course. I have my welcome message. And then I have these shortcut links. And what happens when I place these shortcut links is that if I call this up on my phone, I'm able to get to all those links, and it will take me to all of the course modules and everything. Without those shortcut links, the Canvas app as it stands now will only let me see the home page. And if I try to get to modules, it will kick me out to the website. And that's just frustrating for students, right? So I highlight the thing that they're going to most often, which is what are we doing this week? So that from their phone or tablet or computer, they can get right to this week. They can also get right to last week if they feel like there's something that they missed. So I will outline the objectives for the week, a little bit of background, just kind of a brief summary of what this module is going to be about. And in this module, we're talking about consistent patterns, both from a grammatical perspective and from a stylistic perspective, and also from an organizational perspective. So that's kind of consistent patterns is the theme of the week. In my online class, I have assignments organized in a linear fashion, so they're all lined up vertically. And what I'm experimenting with here is to create 3 columns so that they understand how the work is divided up. The first column is, these are all the things you need to do by Monday. So there's a video to watch, there's a discussion to respond to the video, there are a couple of reading assignments. I had before placed that as due Tuesday, but what happens is due Tuesday to them means, yeah, maybe by the end of class, maybe by midnight, but no, I want it before they come to class. Then the second column is, what are we actually going to be doing in class on Tuesday? And here's where we build, for instance, on the reading and the viewing about parallel structure, and we dig a little deeper into analyzing, and then the higher level of Bloom's taxonomy, actually creating and writing parallel sentences. Nice. And we have a group project because part of, if we're only meeting for that bit of time every week, we really need to make it extremely efficient and to choose the activities that, that give us the most bang for our buck for meeting in person. So we have a group activity and a partner peer review. And then due Saturday, so here is sort of the follow-up. If we have a peer review kind of our near final drafts, then a couple of extra days to work at home to really polish up that draft and submit it by Saturday. So that's what that looks like. I always like to have a parting shot to kind of emphasize, and this is a kind of a cool emphasis of how patterns occur in both architecture, music, art, and of course in writing. So let me go back to, let's see, the home page again, just so you can see. I can also go to last week. So this is week 6, using source material, and this is what my assignment looked like, the listing, what it looked like for my online class. And so I think experimenting with putting it into those 3 columns is going to be helpful for students understanding what's due when. So that's something that I'm working on. Yeah. So let's see, the last thing here is, let's see, Liz printed out a couple of these, so I only have 4 altogether, but then we can kind of share some around and pass them around. But it's some of the work that I did in her course for helping to create that blending. So creating assignments that would move from virtual environment to classroom environment and back, and how they would connect and build on each other. And that was really fun to do. That really helped me get past that 2 cups idea. And then this listed as a 2-day-a-week, but I think what we decided was to make it a 1-day-a-week, meeting Tuesdays. That's 1 less day students spend in traffic. And I think it could be really exciting. I've had students in my face-to-face class who have told me, this is really hard for me to get here to campus 2 days a week with my schedule, but I was afraid to take your class online because I need somebody to give me some support and guidance. So that's why I'm here. So I'm thinking maybe this can answer, if there's a way I can be a stepping stone instead of a roadblock, then that's a good thing.
Questions for Elizabeth? I've got a question about your English 100 class. Is
Yeah.
it structured in the same way as the 101, or is it different?
Yes, so I teach English 100 mainly online. I occasionally teach it in the classroom. It is structured similarly to my English 101 class, although I tend to not use the more advanced features of Canvas. I have not tried to put my English 100 students into Canvas groups because my 101 students already get lost when they try to get into Canvas groups. So some of it is simplified, and there more of the collaboration is done just through discussion forums rather than in creating some of those more advanced types of strategies.
Other questions? I just had a comment in that, so, or a question actually. So you plan to start this course when?
In the fall.
Yay.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, I am too.